Okay, so we're back for episode 2 of the Farmer Was Replaced series. I'll jump back into the world. So these were our pumpkin notes that we had um, from last episode, which was basically calculating the size we need for a mega pumpkin. So if I run this script, which at the moment our pumpkin harvesting section is broken, we need to update that. But the actual planting aspect of it is fine at the moment. So at the moment you can see it's going through and just replacing all the dead pumpkins. And effectively we want the entire world or the entire farm to be filled with pumpkins, and then we'll harvest the big pumpkin. So there we are. As you can see, it's meant to be summing the pumpkins, and once they get to uh 36, it's meant to harvest. At the moment it's not doing that. I think that's the issue there. Maybe if I do that, but now it's probably, oh, it should have set pumps back to 0. Oh no, it won't. Okay. Anyway, we're gonna fix this, right? So, um, and we also need to do this failure rate calculation at some point. I don't think it's super necessary at the moment because we have plenty of carrots. With a 6x6 grid, you're going to need roughly 36 plus 7 plus 1, you know, around like 45 pumpkins to be super safe, 45 carrots to be super safe, I would say. But we will get that calculation in at some point. I'm thinking let's go ahead and take out this section for the pumpkins, and why don't we just throw it over here for the moment, and we can work on it here. Oh, you can. That's sick. And while that's happening, we're just going to do the diverse farm that we okay. We just need to do a harvest because at the moment we have a fail safe in there for pumpkins. So we'll just let that go while we try and build out this whole pumpkin script. So I'll probably wrap it in a function. Def what are we gonna have? Plant pumpkin, plant mega pumpkin. Because I'm calling it the mega pumpkin because we don't want to harvest it until it's like full size effectively. Now, we could do some really wacky things down the track with storing like dictionaries. I don't know if you can store sets, but well, even storing a list of lists of so essentially you would store as you're planting um you'd go over the entire field once, and then once you go over it the second time, once it's in its second loop, you could have it store into a list X and Y of let's write this down. Don't know if there's a way. It'd be nice to be able to make one of these like development windows into just like a note file, so you could simply type notes without being like using the Python syntax. So iterate over the farm once, planting pumpkins, and then we're going to have it on second iteration, store x comma y of each plot on plant, on replant, and then we're going to have it traverse to each xy pair inside store xy of each plot on replant in failed list, I guess. Traverse to each pair or each item in failed list to replant. And then I guess, do we just continue that? Retraverse the failed list. Popping, I wonder if we can popping the item if it passes get entity type entities.pumpkin. So as we have a massive field, you can imagine this being like 10 by 10 or something, 100 tiles, for us to continuously go over each one and only replanting the failed ones, it's going to take ages, right? So this is going to be a huge function because we almost need to sort it by like the X and Y. So yeah, it's going to be huge, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm happy with it. I mean, even at its worst state, I think it would probably be better. Although, I mean, if it's going from here up to the top, back down to here, up to there, I think I think it'd still almost be more efficient. It depends how many fail. But that's something we can look at. I don't think there's what did I say anything else? I think that's pretty well it. Like it makes sense to me anyway, the note. Okay, back to this pumpkin thing. So we're already moving, we're already harvesting. See, I think that's it. That's going to be the tricky part. But we set it not to harvest when the pumpkins are there, so that's fine. Okay, so I think we set as a variable still before the loop starts, pumps equals 0, because yeah, I think that's fine. If get ground type is not soil till, and if get entity type is not equal to pumpkin, we are going to plant pumpkin. If can harvest as well, I guess, because if I mean, no, it's we should already do that because that's in the script before here. Okay, so if the entity is not equal to pumpkin, plant pumpkin. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Okay. This is where we want to harvest the big one. We still need to be able to reset the pumpkins to 0 as well. So if get entity type is not equal to pumpkin, we're going to reset pumps to 0. All right. If we've done that, we've already harvested it, so we don't need to worry about harvesting. But if it's not a pumpkin, we're going to then need to check if we need to till it. If we till it, if it's not a pumpkin and we till it, we then need to plant the pumpkin. And we can also plant the pumpkin if it's, yeah, so if it's here, because that means if it's a dead pumpkin, it will fall into this not pumpkin category. Ground type, till, plant. Let's get rid of this shit. Elif, so now we need to increment the pumps, and then our final one will be an else statement, which will harvest the big pumpkin. Pumps not equal to, yep, world size, the power of 2. we are going to pumps plus equals 1. I think that's it. So if it's not a pumpkin, our count resets to 0. If it is then not soil, it will till, and then it will plant the pumpkin. So it's going to plant the pumpkin if we've tilled the ground and we need to plant it, and it's also going to plant the pumpkin if it's a dead pumpkin, right? If it is a pumpkin, but pumps does not equal 36 or the world size squared, then we're going to pumps plus 1, plus equals 1. And if not, we're going to harvest. I'm going to say print mega pumpkin. Hell yeah. Do a flip as well. Let's work and go. Can we change hat to hats dot? Is there a pumpkin hat? Nah, damn it. Okay, getting carried away. I think that's it. So let's put this in. Shit. It is, man, it is so hard to write code in this thing. Okay. So let's scrub the plant diverse. Let's call plant mega pumpkin. Let's do it. Okay, so it started planting them. So it's saying that the entity type is not equal to pumpkin. Go, you good thing. Okay, what happened here? Tried to read the variable pumps before value was assigned to it. What? The value's here. I wonder if we need global pumps equals 0. I wonder. Wait, is that not scope? Right. Um. Oh, the global pumps. Okay. Then we shouldn't actually need to define pumps here because it will be initially defined there. So it's counting now. It's counting. Yes. Let's just pause for a second. Print. Let's after that just print pumps just to see that we've hit 36. Oh shit, don't delete that. That's our big idea, man. So it started counting. So we should harvest theoretically there, I think. We hit 36, yeah, okay. Cool. Cool. Well, I mean, obviously because it's it's a pumpkin and yeah. Awesome. Pause. We don't need to print pumpkin. We do still want to do the flip. That's cool. Like, we hit the mega pumpkin. Sick. Um, honestly, like, is this worth? I don't know how hard this is going to be to read, to be honest. I might need to look into getting like, um, doing like a 1440p upload or, yeah, potentially using VS Code. Because you can use VS Code for this. It's, I think it's back in like external editor, yeah. The in-game text editor is usually sufficient to play this game, but of course it cannot compete with more sophisticated text editors. Like, let's use Vim. Why would we not be using Vim? The game says all code files as Py files, so you can edit them with Python editors, blah, blah, blah. Once you have that, wait. Oh my God, there's a, oh no, there's VS Code, wait. Oh, it's just saying VS Code is the recommended. After downloading it, install the Python VS Code extension. Once you have that, open the folder that holds your Py files in VS Code. Make sure you open the whole folder, not just individual files, otherwise built-in's Py won't work. In the game, make sure you have the file watcher option turned on, which I'm assuming is in, wait, where did I just go? File watcher enabled. That stops autosave. I mean, to be honest, let's just leave autosave on for now. But I think that would be cool. The only issue is, like, if I want to upgrade stuff, you're better off using automatically. I think when it says automatically, you're still doing it in the script. Let's also just get a few things, Let's get like speed upgrade. We have so much cash to spend, man. 3, let's get some more water going. Yeah, cool. But yeah, I'll once I get episode 1 uploaded, should be very shortly. It's obviously already uploaded if you're watching this, but I will take a look at the upload and see how hard it is to actually read things, and if we need to go to an external editor, we will do that. But for now, we are cruising with pumpkins. We've upgraded our size too. Which I think should be fine. It's just this, yeah. Upgrading our size. So we've gone from a 6x6 to an 8x8 now. We're going to need to, oh, didn't have the required items to plant. Oh, yeah, that's where our failure rates come in. Okay, whoa, hold up. Let's go back to diverse, run that, and we'll go and, oh my God. Let's just hashtag that out for the moment and just restart. So yeah, we'll need to go and get this failure rate going so that if we have not enough carrots, we can't do the mega pumpkin, and maybe we fall back to the diverse or something like that. But the issue here, as I was saying, is Oh, it's working fine, actually. It is working fine. But it's only working fine because we have we're still planting 3 different entities. If we unlock sunflower, or if we want our automatic farm to also include um, the mega pumpkin. So the mega pumpkin we can do now in like a 6x6 realistically, and then have the others plant in this 2x2 outside, which is is really wild. I don't think uh, we've got to sort of think of the configuration. Maybe we want like a mega pumpkin here or something. Um, or maybe we just farm the pumpkins when we sort of need them. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the best way. What does this do, right? If we change this to something like that, do we keep the same configuration? No, we don't. So that should be %3. Uh, that should be our um, unlock the lists. Yep, empty list, make carrots, which is what I was saying we can do here. Replace like these and these. So you could do like four I in thing. And can we see? It's probably easy to go through this. Tuples. Yeah. So we could do a tuples of the coordinates of the pumpkins for this. Must be so freaking irritating watching somebody just read. Yeah, so we have get the length of, yeah, that's fine. Oh, what am I thinking? I'm thinking of like, so I'm thinking of the plant diverse being simplified because at the moment we're running like, so things take ticks to execute, right? And we can actually see that if we, I think, get cost. No, not get cost. It could be. It is somewhere. It is somewhere. But yeah, essentially like if statements cost, writing a function costs 1 point, but then calling it doesn't cost. calling it costs just the like statements inside of it. So yeah, effectively functions. Yeah, they cost you like 1 tick at the start or whatever, which is like absolutely nothing. I think there's 400 ticks a second. Um, Going with a list to sort of tidy up this plant diverse um, function, which super necessary, probably not. And honestly, with the fertilizer, which we're going to get, blah blah blah. Yeah, I guess I'm assuming. Why does fertilizer have like no cost? You can use. Yeah, I have 0 fertilizer. How do I get it? Because like the water, it says. Oh, okay. We are receiving it. Oh, you receive one every 10 seconds, doubling with each upgrade. Okay. Um, let's clean up our workspace a little bit. So I think with the pumpkins, let's go ahead and upgrade these few things. I think with the pumpkins, we can essentially make it so that traversing I was talking about, we can make it fertilize the items in the uh wait wait yeah. If entity uh get entity type equals I mean we might as well write it properly. Equals entities dot dead pumpkin. We want to use items dot fertilizer. And then outside that, if can harvest, and if not, so, oh, you know what? We could do a while loop. While, so instead of, well, we can use if get entity type equals dead pumpkin. We can then say while get entity type equals entities dot dead pumpkin. We are going to plant entities dot pumpkin use item. Well, we have that. If can harvest. Well, that will be sorry, it'll be here because the fertilizer will instantly fertilize. If it can't harvest, it will harvest, and then that will be break because or probably continue because when it checks again, it won't be a pumpkin because we just harvested it. So we'll need it to continue to get out of that while loop. Otherwise, we will be stuck in there infinitely. Yeah, nice. This is going well. We've just unlocked. What did we just unlock? A bigger farm? Oh, that's 5 out of 5. We need a lot more pumpkins to get the next one. We don't need imports yet. We don't need dictionaries, lists. We want to have a bit more of a read through that. So yada yada yada. We know how to create a list. We can create a list of our entities that we've unlocked. I was thinking of seeing if we can get what we've unlocked. Built-in functions. Num unlocked. Yeah. Use to check if an unlock entity, ground, item, or hat is already unlocked. Okay. So, and lists, we can remove. We can remove items. Okay. So let's just go through and create um and crops equal. It's a list and it's going to be we have entities dot grass, entities dot bush, entities dot carrot, entities dot pumpkin. I'm going to do it in order because I probably should do it in the worst order, like in a reverse order. I could probably traverse the list in reverse if it lets us. It might not. Um, it should do because we can do where is it? Sensors. Sensors where we unlock for loops. Where do we unlock for loops? Carrots? No. Oh, not speed. I'm pretty sure it's in the expand too. Yeah. Yeah. Or uh, maybe not. Anyway, we can move things. We can uh yeah. I guess we need like sunflowers, cactus, polyculture. Use companion planting to increase the yield. That sounds good. Maze with treasure in the middle. What? Dude, this shit's wild. Okay, let's just add sunflowers because I think that's probably entities dot sunflower. Um, so for I in crop or for cropping crops, if num unlock crop print unlocked crop. Unlocked entities grass, unlock. Wait. I can't fucking read all that. Move north. MPV, yeah, nice. Grass, bush, carrot, pumpkin, and then it's going to not with sunflower. So, wonder what happens if we print a list. uh, crops dot else crop crops dot remove crop. Nice. And then we want to hey, let me type. What? Where's my cursor? Print crops. Nice. Sweet. Oop, minimize my game somehow. Okay. Okay. What's this thing going on about? Use check and unlock empty ground. Yeah, blah blah blah. N underscore substance equals get world size times num unlocked unlocks mazes. I don't understand what that's is showing me an example of. Cool. Okay, so now let's update the plant diverse, right? So we have up the top. Let's put in our crops, right? Oh, wait, can you set breakpoints? You can set breakpoints? Oh my god. No, that's pretty cool. For those that don't know what I'm talking about, if I wanted to just set a breakpoint on harvest, on harvest here, essentially I could run this and it gets to harvest, and then I could start stepping through, and then I could probably set potentially another breakpoint, and it gets to there, and then let's say we want to go until it plants diverse again, run that. We're going to also set the breakpoint at like, what are we planting? Yeah, that's cool. That's really, really cool. Nice. That kind of blows me away a little bit that they've gone ahead and done that. I'm really impressed. Okay, we've thrown the crops in here. We don't need to do this, but we can always just run like. Do we want to do it every time? Because I don't think you need it in the while loop. But I don't know, man. I think you just use it once, to be honest. So yeah, I think that's the way you do it, essentially. So basically, we're saying if not unlocked, then we remove it from the crops list. Now we can update this diverse script so that although I don't know if you can get the requirements, although does it really matter? Because grass is the only one that's not. Like the grass, grass, bushes, and trees are the only ones that don't need it. Let's upgrade that shit, man. Whoa. I think 100% like we're approaching sort of that end of the episode. Like we've probably got another 10 or so minutes because I did pause as well. But I think we're going to look into maybe using an external editor. I'm going to have a quick play with it and just see, if how I run the code and whatever. And if it works good, we'll work out, we'll pop this up the top corner like that so you can see what's going on with the farm. And then I'll just have the external editor in like this big window here because it's just going to make it so much easier for me to jump around. I can switch files super easy. We don't have to move too much. The only thing I'll sort of come in and do is like maybe skill trees or whatever, um, which will be super easy. We'll make it look quite nice. Similar sort of graphic style. I think I like this sort of syntax highlighting. So see if we can keep that, but should keep it a bit easier to read and that sort of thing. And a bit more comfy for me to code in because this is horrendous. There's an autocompletes are there, but it's not really. Anyway, let's look into this diverse thing. So we have the calc mod still working. Um, so instead of plant entities.grass, it's going to be plant. Actually, instead of this calc mod, we're going to go for I. Uh, wait, can we get len? Len crops? We should be able to. Oh, come on. Why was that ever going to work? We need the import statement. So we have 5, yeah. But we're gonna have obviously we're gonna have less because we have the 4. So we need to change that here. So this will be send len crops. For I in len crops. But do we want pumpkins? That's the issue. Because I don't think we just harvest pumpkins normally, right? They're not a normal thing. And bush and tree, I think. That it might not be worth it, to be honest. Why do we need to tidy it up if we only got sunflower, cactus, whatever the frick that is? Like, if we've only got them left, do we need? I don't think we do. I don't think we do. Let's just leave it. Let's just leave it. It's working. Um, there's no need to sort of complicate it because we have trees and bushes, and we have pumpkins, which all fit in that crops list that I'm talking of. But trees and bushes are in the same row. And yeah, I think we leave it. Okay, let's look at the next thing, right? We might be able to get it done. Let's add sunflowers. Sunflowers collect the power of the sun. You can harvest that power. Planting them works exactly like planting carrots or pumpkins. Harvesting a grown sunflower yields power. If there are at least 10 sunflowers on the farm, and you harvest the one with the largest number of petals, what? You get 5 times more power. A measure returns the number of petals on the sunflower under the drone. Okay, so we have if get entity type entities dot sunflower measure um, largest sunflower equals 0 measure if sorry, let's go if measure greater than largest largest sunflower um let's go LRG sunflower and LRG sun cold LRG sunflower LRG sun. If measure is greater than LRG sun, then we want to um, LRG sun cold equals get pos x get pos if what, and they are functions. Nice, 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 nice. Well, I mean, can we just give that two random coordinates? Um, several sunflowers can have the same number of petals, so there can also be several sunflowers with the largest number of petals. In this case, it doesn't matter which one of them you harvest. Yeah, so we only want greater. Um, as long as you have power, the drone will use it to run twice as fast. It consumes 1 power for every 30 actions like moves, harvest, plants. Executing other code statements can also use power, but a lot less than drone actions. Okay. In general, everything that is sped up by speed upgrades is also sped up by power. Anything sped up by power also uses power proportional to the time it takes to execute it, ignoring speed upgrades. Damn. So if there are at least 10 sunflowers on, we could plant sunflowers between the trees because we're at the point now. Like, why would we? Yep, 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 yep. So it's going to be a tree sunflower loop, right? So they can go before somewhere. We're going to go if get pos y um, plant entities dot tree else plant entities dot sunflower. Now with that, Um, plant the sunflower. If your entity type is sunflower, measure largest. So I think that comes to harvesting it. Right, so that's the, yeah, that's the harvesting section. So let's put this in instead of this here. So that should start us planting sunflowers instead of the bushes. Yeah, you can see our power goes. Oh, wait a second, it didn't harvest something because it went too quick. Like all these carrots here, I don't think were fully grown. Yeah, which is fine, but I think this is now where your fertilizer and your water comes really into play. Because your uh, water here, water increases and obviously fertilizer instantly grows. So I don't think you need fertilizer. But like for carrots, they take like 5 seconds. I think you can see that in here as well. Oh, 4.8 and 7.2. Pumpkin is 3.8. Tree is between 5.6 and 8.4. So are we skipping over a lot of the trees? No, we're usually pretty good on the trees. We skip those. Doesn't really bother me, to be honest. I mean, optimization wise, you're probably going to want to. But do we really need to harvest? How high can this get? I think we're gaining water quicker too. Okay, I think that basically wraps up the second episode. We've got to the point where we are using sunflowers now, and you can see it's doing well. Where we are continuously growing that number. Maybe not as efficiently as we could. Like we could definitely do a bit of a calculation to throw that into a list or something so that we gain more. But really, I think if we were to do that, if we were really to need power, we could make like a separate script that's just like a sunflower farmer. Do we need this anymore? I don't think so. Let's put this value note there. I think we're cruising. So yeah, that wraps up episode 2. Cheers for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.